topic name is chemical coordination and integration. Chemical coordination and integration is related with the topic of hormones in animals. Hormones in animals, especially in case of human being, the various hormone present in human being. So before we enter into the topic, let us study what is hormone or what are hormones. Hormones are the chemical substances. It acts as chemical messenger. It acts as chemical messenger released by endocrine gland. Now you know that there are two types of glands. Exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Exocrine gland and endocrine gland. Hormones are released by endocrine gland. Endocrine glands release hormones. Now what are endocrine glands? Endocrine glands are also called as ductless glands. They are ductless gland. Glands without duct. Duct means pipe or tube. Suppose there is gland, whatever they release, directly it is released into the blood. And when the blood circulates, that particular hormone is carried to that particular organ. We call that particular organ where that hormone is needed as target organ. So hormone should reach from gland to the target organ, and this job is done by our blood. Whereas in case of exocrine glands are the glands with duct. Here duct is present. Duct or tube is present. So directly the secretion is taken to that particular place or the structure where it is needed. Best example, the largest gland in our body, liver. Liver releases a juice called as bile juice. So bile juice should come into intestine where food comes so that the food will get digested. So it is a digestive in function. So that bile juice from the liver is brought there by bile duct. Similarly, salivary gland, whatever saliva releases, it comes out through salivary duct. So like this, if there is a pipe or duct, we call them as exocrine gland. Now we are discussing about hormones or the secretions of endocrine gland. These hormones, this should not be released in excess quantity nor in less quantity. Both has its own problem, its impact on our body. It should be released in proper quantity, in optimum quantity. If hormones are released in excess quantity, if the hormones are released in excess quantity, then we call it as hypersecretion. And if it is released in less quantity, then it is called as hyposecretion. Hyper and hypo. Both hyper and hyposecretion has its adverse effect on body mechanism, on body metabolism. So it should be released in proper quantity. Let us study different types of important endocrine glands present in our body. Some of them, just I am going to write some of the endocrine glands present in our body. Like one is pituitary gland. Second one, pineal gland. Third one, hypothalamus. Actually, pineal gland and hypothalamus, they are related with our brain. Thyroid gland. Parathyroid gland. Pancreas. Adrenal gland. And gonads. So these are some of the examples of endocrine gland present in our body. Let us study one by one. First of all, I'll take the very important endocrine gland, pituitary gland. I'll take pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is present near the brain, small pea-like structure, pea, the garden pea, the small pea-like structure present just below the brain. It is near the brain, that is pituitary gland. This gland is called as master gland. Why it is called as master gland? Because it has its control over all other glands. Let us make a list of the various hormones released by them. They are GH, ACTH, LH, MSH, PRL, FSH. It has its full form. GH means growth hormone. ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. LH, luteinizing hormone. MSH, melanocyte stimulating hormone. PRL, prolactin. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Like this, there are different hormones released by pituitary gland, and they act on different gland, different endocrine gland, and look or see that the work goes in a smooth way. That's why we call pituitary gland as master gland. So what we'll do, we'll start our study with the GH. Very important. Okay. GH, growth hormone. Let us see what is the significance of growth hormone in our body.